Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? That seems to be how it always goes. I start off the year thinking I'm gonna create a video every week for the entire year, and then I start off great through January and maybe even February if I'm lucky, and then, yeah, the videos don't really happen the rest of the year, do they? And because, of course, I'm stubborn, I'm going to try this again. And hopefully for once, I'll actually stick through it for the entire year. And as you notice, I didn't start in January, I'm starting in March. So maybe that shift will help. Maybe. We'll see. So today I'm going to go over what happened last year, what I'm looking forward to doing this year when I'm not doom scrolling, and what you can expect from this channel. So let's get started. So before I begin to look forward to what I'm doing this year, let's first take a look and see how 2024 went. And spoiler alert, it didn't go so great. Now before we get too far along, I do just want to say that I don't really do New Year's resolutions or goals. Instead, I do yearly themes. It was a concept I was first introduced to by CGP Grey, and I've left a link to that video down in the description below. And my yearly theme for last year, was the year of next steps, and yeah, that didn't happen very much. I was really hoping that, my work with the Crosswinds framework would pay off, that I'd do more freelancing and all of that. And oh boy, that did not go according to plan. There were a lot of things that went into making that not happen. The biggest of which was just my depression kind of sneaking up and really affecting my sleep to the point where at one point in late July, I got a total of 7 hours across 3 days. It was just really tough. But the good thing is that from that moment, I was able to get help, did counseling and all that, got on medication to help with the sleep and the depression. And really, I've noticed a big difference the past really 6 months, which leads me to be more hopeful for this year. But it was a struggle, while the end result has been better, it was definitely not something that was fun to go through, and it's really hard to work on things like web development and design and all that when you're going through something like that. And also in that, I sort of just kind of lost really my passion, for web development in general, especially for the Crosswinds framework, leading to it not really taking the step forward that I had hoped it would. There are also other reasons like the WordPress debacle, which I'll have a video on that some point in the next month or two. That really just kind of slowed down my WordPress development and just wanting to do stuff like that. But it's not all bad news. First, I developed a new hobby that wasn't web development or design. I got back into photography. We did a family road trip over the summer to Denver and the Grand Canyon and points in between. And I got some really great photos, had a really great time. It was a long journey. We essentially traveled from the distance from New York to Los Angeles and then hitting Las Vegas on the way back, essentially. So it was over 3,000 miles traveled in like 10 days, very tired, but it was a really fun trip. And I really got a great chance to work on my photography, especially landscape photography skills, and really developed a love for it. I also took a solo road trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, into the Smoky Mountains in fall to see the mountains in those beautiful fall colors. It was great doing some hikes, learning that while I might run 2 miles a day here in the flatlands of Texas, hiking even short distances up in the mountains is a lot tougher than you might think. But I will definitely have to go back at some point to hit up the spots that I missed. And then finally, I started learning Laravel. Because of the whole WordPress debacle, I started looking at things that aren't WordPress, and Laravel caught my attention, especially since I love PHP. And I've been able to learn Laravel. I created a personal dashboard application for myself to really solidify all of my learning with it. And I'm excited this year to learn more about it and build some really cool tools. So all in all, it was a weird and strange year. I'm glad that it's over, and hopefully there are some lessons that I can take moving forward from that year. So what does this year look like? Well, my yearly theme for this year is taking a leap. I want to really take that next step to become a better designer, developer, freelancer, all of those sorts of things, and to really, at some point just kind of jump in that freelancing world. I want to be comfortable with being uncomfortable and to take some calculated risk and be a little bit more adventurous, especially with my web development and design skills and what I'm doing in that world. So what does that look like? I hope it results in more freelance work for me and really sort of maybe transition into doing more freelance stuff. It will definitely be me stepping outside of the WordPress bubble even more and learning things about Laravel and React and Vue and Tailwind and just a whole other slew of things that I really haven't done a whole lot of because I've been a little bit too comfortable in the WordPress bubble. And I'm hoping to get out and do more photography, take more landscape photos, get really better at it, and improve sort of that portfolio on it, and sell those photos online. As for the right now, I'm sort of in the season of learning and building. I'm really focusing on learning the basics of Laravel and Alpine and Livewire and Tailwind and all of that, and then building some things that sort of help me solidify that learning, make it stick in my brain more, and hopefully building tools that will help me take that leap across the year. Some of those things you'll see here on the channel. Some of them are just things that I'm building for myself, but the whole point of really the first 3 months and maybe even the first 6 months this year is just to learn and tinker and really get back to why I love getting into web design and development in the first place, where I'm exploring what I can build and pushing the boundaries of what I know. And one of the things that I'm really hoping to build this year is a custom content management system. Apparently it's sort of, a rite of passage of every web developer to create some sort of custom CMS. So no time like the present to try and build my own. The focus for this CMS is going to be on small businesses and artists and hobbyists, and create a platform where they can really do a lot of the things they need to do to run their business online, sell things online without having to pay stupid high cost. And even just sort of be like a personal face to help them achieve their goals. This is something you will see a lot here on this channel. Right now, I'm still kind of in the building and design phase. Once the designs are done, I'll be talking about it more. And then as I start to build it out, there will be sort of weekly or bi-weekly videos on the progress. And I will definitely be talking about what I'm learning and maybe highlighting some things that you could learn from what I'm building. I'm also hoping to learn web design deeply. The design part of my brain is a little bit more of a struggle than the development side. Writing code, that's easy. I can figure that out. The design aspect is a little bit more tricky. So really for this, I'm just creating more designs, and whether these are designs that get used on a live site or they just kind of sit in a pile, hoping to use those designs to get better at what I can build or create and build for clients. As I'll talk about in the next video, I'm redesigning my personal website. I'm also going to redesigning business website as well as the Crosswinds Framework website. And then obviously I have to design and build a website for Digital Shopfront, the custom CMS I'm building. So I have a lot of chances to just really learn how to be a better web designer. And then finally, as I mentioned before, I'm hoping to get out and do a couple more photography trips and just get out and enjoy nature, get away from the computer screen, and just capture the beauty of the world around us. So it's going to be an interesting year. Hopefully this update next year will be much more positive than this video. But we'll see, and that's kind of the joy of starting a new year. So what can you expect from this channel this year? Well, for starters, hopefully a more consistent upload schedule. I'm really hoping this is the year that I'm able to stick with it throughout the entire year. My goal is to post videos every other Friday on web design and development topics, and we'll cover things like Laravel and even a little bit of WordPress, plus how to get started in web design and development, and more. I might also take you behind the scenes with my photography, especially if I'm able to take another photography road trip. As I've kind of mentioned before, once I really get the ball rolling with development on Digital Shopfront, I'll have update videos here on those off Fridays, just walking through what I've built in the previous 2 weeks, and maybe even talking about where it goes in the future. Essentially, I hope there are more videos on this channel this year. So that's it for today. I do have one question for you. What do you want to see from me on this channel this year? Be sure to leave your answers and suggestions down in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos about web design and development, be sure to hit the subscribe button and to ring the bell for notifications. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.